Hey guys, welcome back to F1 Podcast. Well, I've got 4 words for you. Michael Schumacher is back.
Yay!
Oh my God, Max, I cannot believe that this has happened. And when I first logged onto the internet and I read this news, it was almost like I was looking at it, but it wasn't happening. I looked at it and thought, no.
It's 2006 again.
Yeah, what's going on here? I mean, for those of you who watched our podcast from the very start, we started this podcast in November of 2006, and Schumacher had his last race the month before. So we've been doing this whole podcast, Max, without Michael Schumacher as a race driver.
That's right.
And now with the unfortunate situation with Felipe, Michael has stepped up to the plate, mate. And those of you who know me know that I'm a massive Michael Schumacher fan. I'm going off. I can't wait. It's going to be awesome. I just can't wait, Max.
There's so many emotions out there. When I found out, as I dare say when all of you did, it was just, what? You know, I mean, we all knew of the rumblings and the talking that he may come back or the like.
He's back.
But I don't think anyone ever really believed that he'd be coming back, because he kept saying, no, I've retired, I've no intention of coming back or anything like that. I'm a consultant to Ferrari, and all of a sudden, we need you. And here he is. It's like, well, I'm 40 years old now, but hey, I love a challenge, as he said the other day. I love a challenge. And
yeah, he does.
I love a challenge. So, yep, I'll stick my hand up, and we'll, hopefully he'll be able to show some of the younger guys the way. But I think we should all understand as well, as I mentioned in some of my comments on the channel the other day, he's 40 years old. He has never driven this car, and he's been out of the sport for a couple of years now. But he didn't become 7-time World Championship material if he's rubbish, mate. And let's hope that Michael picks up where he left off. I think it'd be wonderful for the sport.
Mate, I think they asked him and he just couldn't say no. I mean, I think it was Domicelli who said that he could see as soon as he was asked the question that he would say yes. And you can forget what Willy Weber said. He was not 100% sure. He was 200% sure that this wouldn't happen. And of course, you can't believe a thing that guy says. And Michael was asked the question, would you do it? And yeah, I agree, Matt. It's a massive challenge. I checked, and it's been 1,037 days, Max, since he's been in Formula One.
You know.
Yeah, I know. And it's been almost 3 years, and it's going to be a big challenge for him. I mean, Kimi came P2 in the last race, so Ferrari's definitely on the up and up. But there's been lots of stories. Jensen's been making some comments, and other drivers, about what a challenge it's going to be, and it's going to be a massive challenge. There's no doubt about it. If he wins the race or he gets on a podium, people are going to say that's fantastic. If he doesn't do those things, people are going to say that he failed. And we did a video a few days ago about this, and there's already been lots of comments from you guys. Mostly positive, but also some people saying, he shouldn't do this, Max. So
yeah, and that's fine. Michael's always been a very polarising character. Some might say he's been very dubious in some of some of the races that he's participated in. I'm one of them. I agree. But at the end of the day, you can't deny the fact that the guy is pound for pound, probably in our lifetime, probably one of the best races we've ever seen, and that includes Ayrton Senna, who to me was still the best.
But statistically, Michael's got it.
Michael's broken everything, basically, or pretty much everything. And I think it'll be for those of you that have only recently started watching Formula One, I think the opportunity to get to see Michael Schumacher lining up on the grid in a Ferrari will be something that you will always remember. You'll be able to say that you've seen the great man racing.
Yeah.
And I think it's a wonderful thing, and it's great that he's decided to do this, not only for Ferrari, but I think for the betterment of motorsport. It's really going to get the fans in the game.
It's also going to fire up that team. I mean, as you said, for those of you who didn't see Michael race, one thing that he really does is really bring the team together. And really, could you imagine at Maranello how fired up they are to give Michael the car that he needs? Could you imagine what the Michael would be saying to the team, and the energy that he would be generating? And I was thinking about the paddock, Max. I was thinking about Lewis Hamilton walking into the paddock saying, I'm going to be racing with Michael Schumacher today. And just the buzz that's going around the world of Formula One, all the fans out there, you guys, us, all the websites. I mean, there's a real buzz in F1. And, whether he does fantastically well or whether he fails, it's just for the next 3
irrelevant.
weeks.
It's relevant.
For the next 3 weeks, it's going to be awesome, mate.
Precisely. I mean, Michael Schumacher is going to be racing in Formula 1 again in a Ferrari. How good he goes or not, to me, is neither here nor there. I hope he goes well.
Yeah.
I think most people would, and I'm sure some of you want him to fail dismally. That's fine. The simple fact is that he's back in a Formula 1 car, quite frankly, where he belongs. Interesting to read that FOTA have agreed, or Ferrari have asked if it's okay for Michael to
test the
F60. FOTA have agreed, and of course FOTA's every team except for Williams and Force India. They've all agreed. It's now up to the FIA, and let's face it, the FIA got Ferrari, or Ferrari got the FIA in their back pocket. So I'd like to think the FIA will come to the party, give him a couple of tests in the car over the upcoming weeks, and then let's get game on in Valencia, a track he never raced at.
Exactly, and also on Friday he was racing the 2007 car through the Clienti. So how many laps is he going to be doing in the next 3 weeks in that thing, Max, around Fiorano, and also on the simulator as well? I mean, the guy is going to be absolutely committed to getting comfortable with the car, getting comfortable with the new circuit and the technology and all of that stuff. So
you're right, mate. I'm really looking forward to seeing the impact that this has on Kimi Räikkönen. I hope Kimi. I mean, Kimi's been in a bit of a lull all year, and I'm a huge Kimi fan, and it was great to see him, from my perspective anyway, on the podium last week. But I'd like to think that, although Kimi would never admit this, I'd like to think that Kimi will up his game and drive even harder now that he's got Michael as his teammate, because let's not forget, Kimi replaced Michael at Ferrari. So I'd like to think that Michael will be able to show the way, and that Kimi will keep up and potentially even beat Michael. I wouldn't mind either way. It's just great to have the Red Baron back.
Well, we've got now 3 weeks to wait until the European Grand Prix, and you know, while I understand they've got these summer breaks, Max, we've said it before, I'll say it again, I hate these 3-week gaps are bad, 4-week gaps are just suck, big time, mate. So, but at least we've got lots of things to think about and wonder about in the next 3 weeks and look forward to. So leave us your comments, and we'll see you soon for the next video.
Alright guys, catch you.
See you guys.
Bye.